I understand there's a lot of scriptures that make it sound like Paul is saying that the law is not valid, that we are not under the law, that it is a yoke, that if you're under the law, you're basically living in slavery, yada yada yada. But then why are there also so many scriptures that make it sound like Paul is for the law? Because if we read in Romans chapter 7 verse 7, it says, so what are we going to say? That the law is sin? Absolutely not. But I wouldn't have known sin except through the law. I wouldn't have known the desire for what others have if the law had not said, don't desire to take what others have. And verse 12 says, so the law itself is holy, and the commandment is holy, righteous, and good. You notice how it doesn't say that the law saves, but it does say that the law is holy. The commandment is holy, it is righteous, and it is good. This is basically the whole basis of Paul's letters. All of his letters is just like Acts 15. It is not talking about whether you should keep the law or not. It is talking about whether circumcision or, the law saves. It does not. Only Jesus saves. But, as we see here, the law is holy. The commandment is holy, righteous, and good. And basically, I read Hebrews 7, that verse that you sent me, and it is basically talking about how it is not saying that the law doesn't stand, that the law isn't good, that the law is done away with. It is saying that there had to be change. Change needed to be made because people were not keeping God's commandments as He intended them to be kept. They were not being kept that way. And so a change needed to be made. And so that's why Jesus was sent. Because it says, it basically, if you read the whole chapter, it explains how Melchizedek was not, he was not under the lineage or the tribe of Aaron, right? Which all the priests had to be, and yet he was a priest. Melchizedek was a priest. And it's basically saying too that Jesus, he came from the tribe of Judah. He didn't come from the tribe of Levi. And you had to be a Levite. That's what it says in the beginning of the Bible. That you had to be a Levite from the tribe of Levi, in order to be a priest, right? You had to come from Aaron's lineage. And Jesus was not. He was from the tribe of Judah. And yet, he was given the privilege of becoming our high priest, a priest forever. That's all that's explained. It has nothing to do with not keeping the law and the fact